All right, hello everyone. So we're going to talk about today how to make magazine covers or poster covers in Pages. So here I have a Pages document open, and you can see that it's just a mock-up of a Time article, or a Time cover. Sorry. So I just grabbed all of these different artifacts separately, and I brought them together into one cover, just to kind of mock up what a Time magazine title would look like, or cover page would look like. Sorry. So you'll notice that these are all separate things. So I have my text box here that I can kind of move around and edit. You'll notice the picture of the Earth. I just grabbed that from my photos, and so I just dumped that in there. And then also the last main element is the title, this Time. This is also just a picture that I grabbed off the internet of a mock-up of what a Time magazine cover should look like. So to kind of show you how to do this, I'm going to create a new document. I'm going to walk through the steps. So the first thing I'm going to do is I want to get kind of the Time title in here. So I just went to Safari and I just Googled magazine covers. So magazine cover template, and you get a bunch of different options. Now it's important to realize that these are all pictures, so if you decide to pick, like let's say this fashion one at the top, or the Vogue one or anything like that, you're not going to be able to change any of these headlines that go around because these are templates, these are pictures, and you can't change those. So you can only add stuff to the background. So that's why I chose the Time one, because it was very simple, very basic, very straightforward, and I could add a bunch of stuff, and there's not a lot that I'm going to need to take out. So I'm just going to drag it into Pages here, and then I'm going to get rid of my Safari. And all you do is really just kind of make it the size of your page. Make it the size of your document. Now this one I picked was actually not the best size. It's just kind of the first one I saw, because you'll notice that it doesn't quite fit the page perfectly. And if I try to make this a little bit bigger, then I start losing the top bar. So you may need to play around and find one that fits perfectly, or play around with the size of the page or things like that. But it's very quick, very easy, and students could make their own. All this is just a red border with the word Time across the top. So a student could very quickly and easily add a border to their page and put Time and find the correct-ish close to font, and then they're good to go, and you don't really have to worry about this. But for the sake of this video, I just wanted to pull everything in from different resources. So now I've got the Time, and I want to add pictures. So I'm going to hit the plus button, and I'm going to go over to pictures, and I'm going to look at my camera roll. And as I'm flipping through here, I see that I have a lot of astronomy pictures in through here. So I'm just going to grab this picture, and I'm going to dump it in here. All right. So now from here, I've got this black background, which is nice, and I'm eventually going to want a black background, but I don't like how when I go to cover up Time, that background covers up Time as well. I kind of want to get rid of it for right now. So what I do with that is I want to change how this picture looks. So I'm going to hit the paintbrush, because paintbrushes change how things look. I'm going to go to Image, and I'm going to select Instant Alpha. Now Instant Alpha is a really nice tool where it allows you to take the background or foreground or certain objects out of a picture. And all I do is I hold on the black, and then I'm just going to slide my finger. So I'm like, it's not really a tap, I'm like just tapping and holding on the black, and I slide my finger until I get to the point where all of the black's gone, but none of my planet. So that's pretty good. That's pretty close. I'm going to release, and it shows you a little preview of it, and then I'm going to hit done. So now you'll notice that I have my planet, my background's gone, and I could overlay my planet like this, or I could, I don't know, put it behind or off to the side. I could get really fancy with it, and I'm not going to show you exactly how to do it in this video because it's a little bit beyond the scope, but I could play around with it so that like the T and the I in Time are in front of it and the M and the E are behind it. But that has to do with, I'd have to copy the word, and it's beyond the scope of this course, or this video, but it is a possibility if you're interested. All right, so now I want to get the black background because I do like, it's a space object, it should be black. And there's no easy way to change the background color of a document. For whatever reason, there's not a real easy way on the iPad just to make the page black or red or green or whatever. So what you're going to do instead is I'm going to take this little square, this little shape, and I'm going to change the color of that and push it to the background. So to get there, I just hit the plus button, and the objects, I just changed it over to the shape one. I was all the way over on pictures. Here's a shape, and I just grabbed a square. Okay, so now I'm going to take the square and I'm going to make it the size of the page. Okay, and this one will be a nice size in the end. All right, and then I'm just going to go back. Perfect. So now I've got my blue one, and you'll notice it pushed everything down to the second page. We're going to ignore that for right now because it'll fix itself in a second. So I want to do a couple of things to this. I want to change how this shape's going to look, so I have to hit the paintbrush. Now, I want to first off make it black because it's supposed to be the space, so I'm going to make it black. And then I want everything else to kind of show up in front of it. So in order to do that, first I need to change the move to front/back, but you notice it's grayed out, which is kind of odd, right? It's not letting me do anything. So to do that, I first have to turn off text wrapping. I'm going to hit none. And that's because it was the only thing on the page by itself. So Pages said, well, it doesn't need to move to the front or back because it's the only thing on that page because I dumped everything to the second page behind it. But now that I turned off text wrapping, you'll notice that the second page is gone, right? Because everything that was there is now behind my black square. So I'm going to hit the paintbrush. I need to bring my black square, push it to the very back. So I'm just going to take this move slider, I'm just going to move it all the way to the back, and you'll notice that things start popping up as I was moving it to the back. So now I have my planet here. I think that's Venus, but I can't be sure. I've got this planet here, and now I want to add maybe some just text about it. I want to talk about it. So I'm going to hit the plus button, and I'm going to add text. And I'm going to say, we're going to assume that's Venus, because I'm pretty sure it is. I'm going to say Earth's evil twin, because it's sometimes referred to as Earth's evil twin, because it has such a high average temperature and all this. It's a runaway greenhouse gas planet. So, fun fact for you. So Earth's evil twin, but that's really hard to read, right? That's not that great of a thing. That's really, so I'm gonna tap on it. Oops. A triple tap, just fun fact again, highlights all the words in a text box. So I'm gonna triple tap on that. Okay, sorry, I keep doing that. And then I'm gonna change how that text looks, right? I don't like that it's so small, so I need to make it a lot bigger. So I'm gonna make it like size 20, let's go 25. And I'm eventually going to bring this down so it's not over Venus, but kind of below it in the black area. So I need to change the color to white. Okay, and now you'll notice that I can take this and I can drag it down. And I can play with it. Now this is a fairly short title, so I don't need to worry too much about text wrapping, but you know, for the sake of argument, let's say I don't like how it overlays Venus right here. I kind of want it to text wrap around Venus. Well, I hit the paintbrush because I don't like how it looks, so I want to change it. And the issue is that it's on the top, so it's going to go over anything. So I need to just bring that to the back a little bit, and I can bring it behind Venus. So I have Venus, I've got the little title Earth's evil twin, and now I can add, all kinds of different, kind of messed up there, I can add all kinds of different little titles for different articles. So this is where it would be great if maybe I did a whole report on Venus and these were the titles of the different pages and I could hyperlink to those pages. Or maybe I'm doing a brochure or I'm doing a project about a certain place or a certain time period and I can do all of that. Or let's say you're doing a report on a person or they're doing a project on a person. You could do Times Person of the Year and have all the different facts about the person. So there's a lot that you can do and it's kind of fun, it's creative, and students tend to like it. All right. Thank you very much. Bye.